Why is it that every single time Nintendo drops a new console, the internet just absolutely melts down? Pre orders open, websites crash, people rage, memes flood everywhere. And once again, gamers are frustrated. And honestly, they have every right to be. But here's the twist this time, it's not really Nintendo's fault. And stick around, because if you're still trying to lock down a Switch 2, I'll share some real tips later to help you score one without losing your mind. Let's be real, Nintendo hasn't exactly earned our trust when it comes to launches. Remember the great amiibo shortages? The NES Classic disaster? The OLED launch scalper apocalypse? Scarcity, chaos, and broken promises have left gamers scarred. So, when Switch 2 pre orders went live, we weren't hopeful. We were bracing for war. But if you stayed up for launch night, like I did, the real problem wasn't Nintendo. It was the retailers completely falling apart. Now, to be fair, Walmart and Best Buy actually tried to be ready. Both had digital queue systems in place. Walmart even had some form of bot detection running. They limited orders to one console per customer. On paper, it sounded like they learned their lesson, but in reality, it was still a nightmare. I personally spent almost an hour stuck in Walmart's queue, just sitting there, staring at a loading screen, only for the system to crash right when it was finally my turn. Best Buy wasn't much better. You'd wait your turn in the virtual line, think you were finally in, and then suddenly get kicked out or see the page crash. Target actually went the smoothest for me. I managed to secure my pre-order about 13 minutes after they opened orders, but even Target had issues. Apple Pay and PayPal didn't work at checkout. You needed your credit card ready, or you risked losing your chance. GameStop? Honestly, it was a disaster. I tried going through their online pre-order system the next morning, just to see how it would go, and it was brutal. I never even got close to getting a console into my cart before they were completely sold out online. And looking around afterward, it was clear I wasn't alone. A lot of people on Reddit described similar experiences. Stuck in Walmart queues for over an hour, errors on Best Buy, carts emptying randomly, payments failing left and right. Sure, a few people said they had smoother experiences. Some even called it easier than trying to get limited edition PlayStation 5 accessories, but overall, most players just felt exhausted, frustrated, and completely drained. Even when the retailers had the right ideas this time, their systems just couldn't handle the demand. And that's the crazy part. Even after all that chaos on launch night, Nintendo actually kept their promise about stock. And that's where the story shifts a little bit. Here's the thing, Nintendo actually showed up this time. They promised lots of stock, and they're delivering. Walmart quietly dropped extra waves to fight bots. GameStop had in-store pre-orders where fans actually walked in and reserved systems. And personally, I was able to pre-order a second unit from Walmart just 2 days later, and that one is arriving on release day. Meanwhile, my original Target order was showing a delivery window between June 6th and 11th. And honestly, with how excited I was to get my hands on the Switch 2 on launch day, seeing that later window made me nervous. I waited a day just to make sure my Walmart pre-order was locked in, and once I confirmed it, I went ahead and canceled my Target order so that someone else could claim it. I didn't want to hold a spot I didn't need, especially when there were still fans out there hunting for one. And the fact that I even had that option, that there were backup chances and extra units flowing around, really shows just how much better stocked this launch is compared to Nintendo's past releases. That's a huge difference from what we saw with the Switch 1 or even the NES Classic disasters. Even though Nintendo did their part better this time, the frustration gamers are feeling is still completely valid. Pre-ordering a console should be exciting. It should feel like you're part of something fun. Instead, websites crash, checkout systems fail, bots lurk everywhere, and regular fans get locked out. The entire launch night experience wasn't joyful. It was stressful. And no matter how many consoles Nintendo produces, if retailers can't handle the demand properly, it still leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. Let's talk about another layer of frustration: resellers on eBay. As soon as pre-orders went live and stock got tight, listings for the Nintendo Switch 2 started flooding eBay, and not in a good way. The base console, which retails for $449.99, is showing up for $650 to $700. The Mario Kart World Bundle, normally $499.99, is popping up for $725 and up. And it gets even sketchier. There are also listings offering just a picture of a pre-order confirmation, not the actual console. Some of these photo-only listings are priced at $399.99. Now, some people claim they're doing this to fight scalpers and bots, trying to flood search results with fake listings to make it harder for resellers to dominate. But here's the problem. Real, legit consumers are the ones who will end up getting hurt. Not everyone reads the fine print. A desperate parent trying to get a Switch 2 for their kid might accidentally buy a photo instead of a real pre-order. And at the end of the day, this tactic, even if well-intentioned, creates more confusion, not less. It's just another reminder of how broken and stressful the pre-order environment has become, even for honest fans trying to play fair. And seeing messes like this is exactly why we need better systems in place. Systems that actually prioritize real fans over resellers and bots. So what's a better way forward? Honestly, Nintendo has the right idea. They're running a lottery system for Nintendo account members. One entry per account, no bots flooding the system. It's clean, it's fair, and it gives real fans a legitimate shot without the chaos we saw during retailer pre-orders. And it got me thinking, retailers' membership programs like Walmart Plus, My Best Buy Plus, and GameStop Pro could easily copy this idea. One console per paid membership account, randomized lottery drawing, a 24-hour exclusive window where real verified customers have a fair shot to claim a console. Now, yeah, paid memberships aren't ideal for everyone. Not every gamer wants to pay for another subscription just to try to pre-order, and that's totally understandable. But compared to broken checkout systems, endless queues, and bot floods, a lottery system tied to membership programs would slow scalpers down a lot and finally make launch days feel fair again. And hey, if you're still trying to land a Switch 2, here's what you should know. Sign up for a Nintendo account at Nintendo.com and get on their lottery list. You'll need to pick your console choice, either the console-only version or the Mario Kart World Bundle. Don't worry if you don't qualify for the first VIP wave. Nintendo said they'll work through the entire list before launch, even if not everyone gets day one delivery. Keep checking retailers like Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and GameStop. They're quietly restocking small waves at random times. Stick to official sources. Avoid sketchy restock alerts that could lead to scams. Hold off on scalper prices if you can. History shows prices drop pretty fast after launch week. And remember, launch day isn't your only shot. Nintendo has committed to heavy production through summer. Stay patient, stay smart. You'll get there. To sum things up, the frustration around Switch 2 pre-orders is real. But for once, Nintendo actually did their part. It's the retailers who need to catch up, with smarter systems, better anti-bot protections, and launch day experiences that celebrate fans, not punish them. Thanks for hanging out. If you made it this far, you're seriously awesome. Did you try to pre-order the Switch 2? Was it chaos? Did you manage to pull off a miracle? Drop your story in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And let's keep pushing for launches that honor the players who love this hobby the most.